Hello and welcome back to Timberborn. This is episode 27 of our playthrough on the pressure map. We're playing as the Ironteeth faction and we're playing on hard mode. I'd like to thank everyone for the comments. So Jason and NYC pointing out that Jason pointing out how I can move my save files around, which is actually, proper, reasonable, good life advice. NYC saying that I live in good old jolly London town because I'm British. We all sound like Mary Poppins characters apparently, which is quite funny. And we talked about streams, so we might stream. That could be fun. And Phelan also pointed out that technically Timberborn is now a watermation game because the water is, water automation. I like it. It's funny. It works. I love that. So, what are we talking about today? We're talking about the fact that this is probably our season finale. So let's get this sped up straight away, and we will address the big elephant in the room, which is this boy, the Earth Repopulator. So, what do I need? I need gears, and I need treated planks, and I need them relatively fast. So, we have a little bit of space down here. I really could have planned this better again, couldn't I? Who keeps letting me get away with this? So, wood-wise, maybe we're going to put in a wood workshop. That seems reasonable there. And we could chuck in a load more gear workshops here, if I could think of a sensible way of getting the gears in. So we'll pop them there for now. And what we do to facilitate this, we're going to delete this, and delete this. Do you know what? We're just going to delete all of this. And what we're going to do, because we're going to put another wood workshop in. This is heavily improvised. This wasn't the plan. What do you mean? Building needs power. Oh, I know the building needs power. Now we're going to heavily vibe this by deleting this, and what we're going to do is we're going to pop in a... Ooh. This is how you can tell my videos are unscripted, because I do random crap like this. Oh. Ah. Oh. Ah, that's better. So, it is getting to the point where I am going to have to pick a random map for the next playthrough of this. I haven't checked back on old videos to see if anybody's recommended, because YouTube's really weird how it assigns comments. Like, when you guys reply to comments, I don't immediately get a notification, so I have to go hunting. So, if ever I haven't replied to your reply to... Say I've replied to your comment, and you've replied, and I haven't replied. That's not me being rude. That's me, A, being busy, and B, YouTube not telling me that you've replied. Because I genuinely love replying to you guys. I know I maybe don't do it as quickly as I should. But, life and such. So we have all of that in. So hopefully that will make a little bit of a difference. We will see. And you know what? No, we're not going to look at that. We're not going to look at that. So, I would like to get to the end of this to see if we can actually make use of this. And hopefully they're going to... Oh god, that was horrendous. That was so loud. Hopefully they're going to pop in some... I can turn you into... these bots. We can turn these into bots so that they will process this. So, they're going to build this. And I don't know what you mean, NYC, that Platformtopia is built. We may not have built on everything, but we have used everything. So, what well-being can we use to distract ourselves while we're waiting for the Earth Repopulator to build? Chipped teeth, injury, suck it up, guys. It's just, that's what's happening. Campfires. Lots and lots of I can't believe we don't have beaver busts. Labour monument. I feel like they should be covered by Earth Repopulator is going to happen. Detailer, scratcher, swimming pool. And mud baths. We've got a lot of mud baths. So, what's happening with these detailers down here? Do we need to tell them to be prioritised by haulers so that they'll bring the extract in here? We don't have a lot of extract, but, screw me, I guess. So, Where can we put in swimming pools? I think I know where we're going to put swimming pools in. Ta-da! Oh. I mean, it kind of makes sense to go in here, couldn't it? Well, how big is the swimming pool? Also, does anyone else find it weird that the Ironteeth have like double showers? I find it slightly weird. That is a long boy, isn't it? So, maybe what we do... Come down here. How many of these do we fit in? They're already started to build it. Swimming pool, where are you? No, so I will have to come out one more. I kind of want a... I think we can make this work. Okay. So I'm coming out one more to put the pool on. And then we're also going to run this down here. So. I need to remember where they are. They're under well-being. Come on, Scott. Keep up. Pop that there. Pop that there. Run path down here. Down here. And what we can actually do, I think, is we can have some sort of like weird like chain swimming pool situation where we actually make use of this. Didn't think this was going to be a thing. Like I said, I don't plan crap in this. Everything you see is everything you get, and the vibes are the vibes. What do you mean? Oh, okay. Ta-da! So, what this will then allow us to do is once again, so how deep? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'll be there. I don't think we're going to get any more in. No, I don't think we're going to get more in. We could, maybe what we could do is we could come... Well, okay, let's put them in for now. There's me trying to be all clever and stuff, and it's just not working. That should be enough to maybe keep us going. I don't really know. I also might put just some steps in there, just so there is an alternative way for them to get around if they want, so they can now swim. So what are we looking at? Detailer is providing tattoos, scratches, swimming pools, mud baths. Nobody's using the mud baths. Is it because nobody's supplying them with dirt? We have lots of dirt. I feel like we might need to get some more haulers on the go. Come on, game. I know I'm asking a lot of you. Maybe that's something that they could put in. They could put in a little bit of optimization of stuff like that, where my PC decides it hates me. And maybe we put another hauler's post in there. I know it's kind of looking a little bit. Is authentic the word I'm looking for? I don't know what word I'm looking for. Maybe there's a world in which this actually gets paused now because we don't really need to use it. Maybe that happens. Maybe I'm okay with that. So what that will allow us to do is stop yeeting treated planks into the mine and start yeeting treated planks into this. Oh, we've almost got the gears as well. Love it. So we put the mud bar, we put this in. We put in our swimming complex. 59. Nice. Earth repopulate is going to give us a healthy boost. Scratches, mud baths have gone up. Detailers, people just need to access it. Extract is going up. Campfires. If I was a beaver, where would I want to campfire? Well, we don't really have an amazing place for it. I mean, that is quite the distance, isn't it? We have a thing up here. So, for lack of a... I'm doing that thing that I say I hate to do where I just chuck well-being stuff in for the sake of it. And I know this is valid. This is fine. There's nothing illegal about this. It just... I don't know. It just... That's just making me sick. No, don't. Whatever that was, don't delete that, because I imagine that would have ended catastrophically. So, 1, 2, 3. Connect that in. Pop that along there. I didn't have any comments about my ideas of replacing the beaver population with bots, so unless I find myself with a lot of free time and decide to do like an epilogue episode where I just do it and then I show you the results, I don't think we're going to be doing that. But there was something I wanted to try and work on our automation. When I trigger, I want to maybe see if when I trigger the... That's fine. Let's not think about that. When I trigger this boy, where is he? I want to see maybe if there's a way in which we can get some fireworks in. So maybe those ones down there and those ones down there. Seems reasonable. I might delete that one off the end just so that it's symmetrical. Delete that one off the end as well. Yeah, okay, I feel like that's fine. Delete that one off the end. Symmetrical, symmetrical, symmetrical. That is evil. So, how would I go about triggering this? Do I use a if function? So, automate. Can I attach it to that? No. I'd have to attach it to a... Is it a relay I want? So, if I put a relay down here, let's put a relay down here as well. We might have to wait for this to be built first as well. God, they are taking ages with those planks, aren't they? Will it ever be an episode where I don't force you to sit through a build at the end? I don't know. So, in the vein of that, because we have loads of those. Stop saying in the vein of that, Scott. Oh, I also realised we forgot to do this, didn't we? Where are they? I'm getting distracted again. Control towers to make our bots work better. Pop one down there. Guess we could pop one there. And this should make them all work a little bit better. So fingers crossed, some of this should improve. Please don't... Oh, powering resin's a rate limiting factor, isn't it? How does this keep happening? Do we need another tapper shack? Pull them out. And how is well-being? Campfire's now fulfilled. Shrub lantern. Beaver bus needs to be put in. I don't know why people aren't loving the Labour Monument. Where is the Labour Monument? Oh, because it's in quite a crap position, isn't it? If I was to put a Labour Monument down... I mean, we could put one down there. And we could... What have you got? You've literally got nothing in. Right, okay. Let's have some Labour Monument coverage. So, lovely. I got an achievement. Produce 500 planks in a single day as Ironteeth. Well, we're nothing if not efficient. Production chains, man. Somebody like come in next episode and slap me and say, make sure you've got enough treated planks for the end game, please. Oh, there's a mystery oak in there. Are there any hidden pines? I think everything on this map is dead. Everything on this map is dead. Are these going to die? Yes. They're going to die again. Great. Van Dabby Dozy. Is everything down here going to die? Yes, everything. I mean, fingers crossed we get a nice long temperate cycle. Because they're not really pumping. Have I just hit critical mass? We don't have, there isn't enough water there, is there? Yeah. Good going. Fantastic. Are you harvesting pine resin? Do you have enough range? You do. So what's the issue? They have been tasked to cut that down. My question is, can I be asked to put in a pine farm for what is essentially going to be? I don't think I can. We might do a mini time lapse. So, not and. So this is a relay for a sensor. So, flow sensor no, depth sensor no, contamination sensor no, chronometer no, weather station no, power meter no, population counter no, science counter, indicator no. Is there an input? Is it the memory? Let's unlock it. There must be like an input sensor. Manually controlled. So this is a lever. So, pass through. No. Or. And. It's not an input. What does your interface look like? I imagine it's scary as hell. Latch? No. Surely there's a setting so that when you trigger a... I mean, okay, we're overthinking this. What I can do. This can't be the input, can it? So we need to get the humble normal lever. I also need to make sure I set these all to red. Continuous launch, prioritised by haulers. And then what I want to do is I want to copy the settings. So did that copy that setting? Yes, it did. So we are still having fun with this. I keep telling myself. We are almost at this. I mean, let's never look at this ever again. At least the mangroves down here didn't die. But also, let's never look at this ever again. Like, ever again. I feel like this was a very good idea until we started using all the water for stuff I don't really know what we're using it for. Oh, pines, are you giving me resin? There is still some resin there. Maybe we are just... I mean, we're at 114. So at this rate, we will hit this in 12 hours. Not that late. I don't really know if I spent so long thinking of have I got time to plant pines and not actually just planting pines. So what I could do is I could unplant this cutting area. Rip out all of these. Come on, guys. I know you probably don't want to, but it's for the best of the colony. Because how long is this? 18 days, 19 days, right? Wow, look at them go. That's quite the plague. So what we're going to come in is we're going to come and put a tapper shack in, just down there, and make sure we haven't got none of that's marked for cutting. And then what we're also going to do is we're going to put in glorious pines, and we're going to ask him to prioritize pines. Let's just let them do that. So we're getting to the temperate cycle. So what should happen is all of these should go off, and they should go off continuously because I'm setting them to be continuous. So hopefully when we get to the temperate cycle, the chronometer will go off if I set it properly last episode, and then everything will look good. And it'll look exciting. Fingers crossed it actually happens. Let's just check on our wellbeing as well. Beaver bus still letting me down. Campfire has increased massively. Wet fur, they can't do the swimming pool because there isn't enough water in the pool. I guess the next thing to put in is, they do like a good scratch, don't they? Where's the scratching post? Does this require power now? No, it doesn't. So is there anywhere I can hide this that doesn't look like it's a complete afterthought? I mean, it is a complete afterthought, but... that's fine. Definitely doesn't look awful. And I've got 1.2 days left. All of my mangroves have died again. Luckily we got loads of the fruit, so I'm kind of chill about it. And these are going to take a little while to grow up, which is also fine. Oh, we have 72 treated planks now. I mean, I do kind of want this to be the high priority. So, I would like to take this stage in the episode to ask you what you thought of this playthrough. Have we phoned it in at the end? Did you get bored of watching the mega build in real time? My schedule kind of makes it difficult to record long time lapses. Whenever JC used to say, oh, this takes ages to record, I always used to go, well, it can't be that difficult. And now I regret saying that because it genuinely is that difficult, especially to find time. So yeah, I'm a lot more appreciative of that now. I plan to continue to run 2 Timberborn series. Now for the next series, which is going to be probably on a very hard map, because apparently people like to watch me suffer, we're going to carry on in the format. But if you want to see sort of like a more edited style video, we can maybe do that in the future. Let me know. Because sometimes this does turn into rambling chats rather than just the best bits, so to speak. As we watch these guys go. 1, 2, 4, 8. We're not doing too bad. Maybe I didn't need to. Maybe there was no danger at all. I'm pretty sure I've used that. That was in Star Wars, wasn't it? Tackle the Clones. Best one. Whoa. Definitely not. And so we're in 0.3 days, so we might see the fireworks go off now, if I configured that properly. And any second now, as we get through the night. Come on. It's just me, or these cycles seem to be taking longer as well. I swear to God, this has only been like 8 days and it's taken like 24 minutes. Cycle 38 begins, and look at them. You see those lovely fireworks that are still going off. That's quite funny. And they will continue to go off while the weather station allows them to go off. And we're going to have these beautiful... oh, I mean, that's really annoying, isn't it? So this is starting to fill up at least. You know what? Maybe I was thinking maybe we should have had a bi-directional valve so this could fill up both sides rather than just this side. Is there time to do that? I'm going to make... oh, okay. We're going to have to... fine. It's happening. We're learning valves. Fill valve, throttling valve. Fill valve goes in here. And we're going to put levies on top. Levy, levy, levy. Come and build this, children. Which means I probably need to rechange this to... Because we changed this last episode, didn't we? I'm going to need to pop it back to that, otherwise the levy won't... Maybe that's where we can make a little bit of happy savings on the water. So, go. Are we seeing this? What was that? I mean, it was funny, but what was that? So I can set you to... When you hit point... when you hit 0.95, stop. Or do I have to put in a sensor? I think I have to put in a sensor, don't I? Depth sensor. Good sir. So what that's allowing us to do is it's allowing water to flow in this way. It's also filling this up a little bit quicker straight out of the bat with this as well. I think, in theory. Oh yeah, because we're filling this before we even had water come into here. So hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm still scared. I'm still concerned with losing water from somewhere. I'm just not sure where it is. There's nothing going on down here. We're not losing water out of there. Like, I just don't know. Oh, hello, firework. You little bright spark. So yeah, the water isn't flowing out of here yet. And we're like one day in. It all just seems a little bit odd. So, have they built this? No, they haven't. Because I'm waiting on scrap metal and I don't have a scrap metal production facility. Treated planks. Oh, are we going to time lapse? We might have to. Just at the end though. I will keep this going. I'll get through this temperate cycle. And then... Also, please, if you've been watching this and my camera actions annoy you, please let me know if I've got better or if I've got worse. I'm genuinely trying to get better. You can go away now. If that's greater than 0.8... So that's now off. But if I was to switch it to... So that's now letting it through. So, yeah, I mean, this confuses me. So, it being turned on means that it's off. Right, we're just going to let that just do its thing. Please give me a nice long temperate cycle so that we can refill this. Because what even is our water level? I swear we didn't actually have any. Yeah, like, we have... No water. Which means these are sadly dying. I mean, the alternative is that I use a pump here to get some up here and put it... we ain't playing that game. Not at this point in the game. 1353. You should be a pine tree. Oh, they've got a while to grow. So, oh look, they're still going. So what I can do is I can actually set the automation to these. So I will automate. So let's just test that. Boom, there we go. Right. Oh, switch off. So you're also going to be set to be on that. I haven't even thought about what resources are required to go in this after it's built. I always forget about that. So we will get to the temperate cycle, then we will time lapse. And you will hear me talk over that. Have you stopped yet? You shouldn't be stopping, but have you stopped? I miss sluices. I'm sure I will love valves when I've come to, you know, get used to them, but I miss sluices. Oh, I should also have that open as well, shouldn't I? So this would be better as a valve because I could close it during... Okay. Don't let me forget this. We're opening that to flood as much water through here as possible. Flood as much water through here as possible. So maybe what I do is I actually go back to that. Set it 2.45. And then we just have it open for now. So much for giving me a nice long temperate cycle, you gits. We don't have any water flowing over here yet. Come on. Give me a little bit of flow. And we've even reduced our beaver population. Like, we've slowly started culling them. So I don't really know what else we can do. I guess we have all of this flowing out. I do kind of have to turn this on auto maybe a day before the end of the temperate cycle, so at least that can build up. Are we flowing water through here yet? No, we are still not. Maybe it gives me a nice short drought. Maybe that's what it does. 1406. And are we actually producing fireworks? We are not producing fireworks. Why are we not producing fireworks? Get working, friend. Oh, it's because he's been chucking them in these, haven't we? Whoopsie. So 2.3 days left. Has it started? It has started to overflow into here. So now it's filling up. So we have 2 whole days of this filling up. So fingers crossed. Though these should have stopped now. They need to be set to 4.19, do they? So now, are you closed? You said you're closed, but you're still flowing through. They are closed. So now this is building up, as it should do. We're not pumping stuff needlessly up here yet, but we are still keeping water flowing through here. Right, so we do have 1 point however many days of filling this up. Where is all this water going? It's not flowing out there and it's not flowing out there. Okay, fine. So we are seeing the realization that this works. If only by fudging it. Well, not fudging it. Fudging the flow a little bit. Yeah, I doubt you're going to turn off until... Oh. That's the downside of that, because that then... So that... Honestly, this is just like a big, like, confusion of, like, different elements. Like, getting used to the new automation is hard, because I've set that to let that water flow into there, which is good, but then the water started to backflow into here because this is short, but I opened this because... It's very... It's very yeah. Is that the word I'm going to use? Yeah, it is the word I'm going to use. It's very yeah. Have you started to come and replant your trees yet? You are. Are you disgusted by what I make you do? You should be a bot. It would make more sense for you to be a bot because you've got miles to come. And then this is filling up. And during the well, actually, no, I'm going to wait until we are going to let our chronometers turn it on. Because that's what they're there for. And we are 500 reach planks away. So we're 1.2 days away from going into the time lapse. I'm not sure what you'll hear me talk about in the time lapse. And I also apologise for this being a very weird episode. It's one of them, isn't it? When you get to the end of a series, like I'm not constantly going, what's next, what's next, what's next. I'm going, we need to finish this up. So my takeaway from this is when we get to these points of a series, I need to be better at tying up the loose ends in advance and then just doing well-being stuff. Because hopefully our well-being... That beaver bust, man. So... It's cheesy. It's cheesy and it's cheesy and it is what it is. And where's the beaver bust? And then because they have to come out this one way or the other. It's cheesy and I hate it, but you know, it is what it is. Do you think we achieved our goal of going for like a Soviet style city as well? I think we kind of have. Was there stuff I would do better? Yes. Would I get my supply chain in line first and then build platforms? Definitely yes. But you know, it's a learning experience all round, isn't it? So for the time lapse, I'm going to kind of go for a long far wide out shot, so you can kind of see the water filling up as well as seeing the Earth repopulator hopefully being finished. How's this turned off, this sluice? So the depth sensor is on because we're over the threshold, so which means this should... I think is off. I'm gonna have to watch some guides, which is fine. But this is filling up, I wouldn't say quite nicely, but reasonably well. We know which is something. So let's get into position. Let's have it. That's quite a wide lookout, but it's going to allow us to see this get filled, this continue to be built, and yeah. So let me get my pen, my handy pen, and I will see you on the other side. Well, you'll hear me in a second, but I'll see you in about 20-30 minutes. Hello and welcome to the time lapse. You're going to be as surprised as I am what happens here, because I'm recording this segment the day after I recorded the actual video, so let's see what I'm doing. I'm playing with the sluice because I was scared that we were going to flood our mangrove farm, so that's what I'm doing over there. Sorry that it got a little bit janky, and you're just seeing it move around. So that was my initial concern, and you can see the water starts to pool up there a little bit, but I'm not too concerned. This was only, what, a 17-day drought? So I think it was going to be okay. And it would have, if we were continuing this playthrough, it would have also allowed us to pool up a lot more water. So in the coming cycles, we would have been able to, you know, pool a lot more down the bottom. I was also toying with, like, so talking about our seep. What I would have liked to have done if we had continued on was that sluice down the bottom, replace that with a valve so that the valves could all be opened during a temperate cycle to allow the maximum amount of water from our seep to flow out. And then, like, a day before the temperate cycle ends, we would then shut the valves and put them back to a fill valve style so that we could then use the water at to fill the little reservoir. So I would have liked to have done that if we had continued. I think now you just see me continuing to check up on the earth repopulated process. I don't know what I do with like the resin planks, not the resin planks, the treated planks. It seems to always be a little point of contention in my playthroughs. I never have enough pine resin right at the end. So, what we need to do next time we do something like this, we need to make sure that we do have pine resin. So that we can, you know, get going. And not drag these final episodes out. Because I think I put that in about 3 episodes ago. So they have had time to be doing stuff. I know I've been messing around, building extra stuff. And you probably hear me talking a bit about how I wish I'd done the bottom area, the bottom right hand area of the Platformtopia a little bit better. But it's all a learning curve, isn't it? I'm not as happy as with this one as I was with our Folktales playthrough. And I think you saw me there. I put in a tubeway station. I was concerned they weren't getting enough well-being from the motivatoriums. So what I did was I came over and I popped in the tubeway station so they could get there a little bit easier. Nobody also commented on me killing all the beavers and replacing them with bots, so I guess we're not in favour of that. We're not all Terminator fanboys. And they have actually built it at this point, so they have built it, but obviously you then have to fill it. So the berries we already had, so the berries was fine, but then it was another 500 treated planks on top. So you can kind of see why I left it in a time lapse to get to it as far through as we could. And I hope you're going to enjoy what's coming up. I'm looking forward to the fireworks going off at the end. I think it really actually looks quite good. I mean, we could do something a bit more impressive, and maybe we will do in the future. But for this playthrough, I think it looks good. So, we are heading towards the end of the time lapse. So when you hear my lovely voice again, enjoy. So, hello and welcome back from the time lapse. That was quite a long one. Let's talk through what I did. So you can see I came down here and ensured that this was filling up. We also popped this through here so that the water would flow down here initially. This lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. So not only do we have this to keep this dry, this kept this not dry, wet. Well, this kept this wet a lot longer. This is still wet. It probably helped that the drought was only 16 days, so it's allowed our water reserves to build up a bit, which is very good. I'm very pleased with that. So, you saw the earth repopulation took an absolute very long time to build. It's because of our rate limiting factor of the pine resin leading to the treated planks, and then obviously we needed treated planks to fill it up, so I probably kept the time running a little bit longer than we thought. I also realised that you can't launch this using automation. You can only turn it on using automation, so the launch has to be a manual click, which is quite disappointing because I wanted to do that at the same time. But we're going to see if we can try something. Things I am very pleased about with this playthrough. So, I'm pleased we did get Platformtopia built. It's not the best thing I've ever done. And when I was sat watching the time lapse, I realised I phoned it in a little bit with some of this. Like, these motivatoriums here, I just put them here. We could have done like a cool little beaver cinema down here. I feel like towards the end, maybe I should have made a little bit more of an effort to put some cool stuff in rather than just dump this here and sort it out. So that's on me. That's a learning curve for next time. You know, hopefully we could do a little bit better. I'm very pleased with this, and I'm very pleased with all the suggestions that helped us build this. This was a great idea. It very limited our use of steam engines, which meant that when we did need planks, wood to make planks, we had it. So I'm pleased we did that. And extending it was a good idea as well. The farming on the whole has been very good, apart from my mismanagement of this. But things I wish I'd done earlier was get more trees earlier. So we have trees here, and there were some up here. We've obviously split that now. I wish I'd maybe looked at getting into trees a little bit earlier. But farming, food production, water, I'm very pleased with. Metal production's obviously been a chokehold, but that's because of the platforms that I committed to build. On a normal playthrough, that wouldn't be an issue. So, you know, could have also done better with that. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, and I'm also very pleased with this. I mean, if we were carrying on with this, I think I would rip a lot of the sluices out and go with valves so I could have a lot more granular control, so we could maybe turn stuff off at certain season points, etc., etc. And that would just allow us to maybe maximise our water a little bit more, because I've realised we weren't using our maximum potential for this seep, and we could have done a lot better with this. Because seeps are a very good source of water, assuming you don't let them reach their limit. So I should have done better with that. I am very pleased with this, though. I think it was a bit of a random idea, but I think it's worked very well to recycle what water we have. I'm also very pleased with our ability to survive this playthrough from early on, because if you've watched from the first episode, you know that I was kind of chasing the thing up here thinking that I could actually just dismantle the bomb. And we learned very quickly, the hard way, I could not dismantle the bomb. So it's been a journey. I mean, this bomb, we had this bomb over here, we had this bomb up here. Like those first 2 episodes where we were chasing those bombs was something else. And then obviously our underwater plumbing, underground plumbing, getting the sluices in here, getting these round here, popping the sluices here, and sorting all of this out, the bad tide diversion down here. It was a whole thing. It was an enjoyable thing, but it was a whole thing. So yeah, I think we've done well. Could we have done better? Potentially. Could I have made it look a little bit more aesthetic towards the end? I think I probably could have. But it also looks... I'm also going to change this back to beavers before we launch, because I genuinely feel like if we're going to launch something, it shouldn't be bots. Like, what's a bot going to do? Just run out of power and then just die? We're just carrying on with like the what the humans did wrong. I don't know what crap you'll have heard me chat during the time lapse, because it was a long time lapse, so I'm going to have to fill that with something. Maybe I'll talk about, I don't know, some of the stuff I did down here. But let's get on to the series end. So this is the end of the series, 27 episodes. If you've watched every single one, thank you so much. It's very good. I'm very happy that you support the channel. It means a lot to me. Shout out to NYC, Jason, Phelan, A. Cunningham, Jerome. There may be a few others, but those are the ones off the top of my head that have contributed, really helped with the playthrough. But I value all comments, even the ones where you call me an idiot. If there was, I think there might have been one where aspersions might have been cast. But yeah, this has been fun. And if you haven't subscribed and if you watched all of this, what are you waiting for? You clearly enjoy it if you made it this far into a 27 video series. That's all I'm going to say. So, without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off this chronometer. I'm just going to delete it so that these fireworks don't turn themselves off, because I really don't want them turning off while we reactivate this. So, we're going to get through the next night cycle. So we're going to fire this at night because I want to see the fireworks go off when we launch it. So I'm going to launch this, then press the firework button. And that's probably going to lag the game out massively, and we'll see what happens. But let's get into it. So we're about to enter cycle 39. That's not too bad considering how long the cycles are in hard mode. Some of them can be up to like, what, 30, 40 days? What's the max it could be? So it could be, yeah, 38 days, I think. And so all of our water should start to flow again. Come on, get through to the night time. It can't be too night, actually, can it? Let's up the working hours just slightly. And we kind of did quite... I mean, I know there's not more bots in jobs, but we did quite well with balancing some of the jobs in this as well. Why are you producing grease? Grease just looks disgusting in that, doesn't it? Look at that. Oh, we have maximum... Look at all the planks we have now. It's almost like there was no supply chain issues. I jest. There was definitely supply chain issues. So, yeah, okay, the bots are doing fine. So, come on, let's get to night time. I want it to be slightly dark when I fire this, because we're going to then put the fireworks on. It's probably gratuitous, but it is what it is. And I still haven't decided what our next map is yet, so that'll be an interesting one for you come Monday, if you choose to tune in. So, it's getting on for night time. Let's fire the Earth Repopulator. And let's hit it. Will it crash my game? No, it hasn't. We are firing away. And what that means is I can now switch this on. Let's get down. Switch you on. Look at that. If that hasn't lagged massively. We are firing the Earth Repopulator. There we go. Congratulations. So we had 942 days paths, 1,500 beavers born. They drank 216,000 litres. I assume they're litres. 1,100 tails painted. Trees cut, 120, almost 120,000. 96 teeth chipped. 315 pots manufactured. And I dynamited almost 1,500 dynamite. So, we have completed pressure. I don't know what you would do for the flexible start on this, because if you don't start down the bottom, you're kind of scuffed. But you know, we have unlocked a flexible start. And that is it for that series. So, wellbeing's gone up to 62. If I was so inclined, we can make it probably a little bit higher. But, you know, that's fine for now. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next series, I hope.